So I'm back for another video today. I had made a video regarding teen pregnancy, and it was kind of a long video. My videos are long. This is just kind of part of my videos, but one of the things that I kind of discussed was relationships and friendships and how teen pregnancy affects those things. I had mentioned in that video that I had a story that I wanted to tell. And I want to tell it on this video, and I don't really know, this does tie into teen pregnancy. This also ties into addiction a little bit, and you know, losing friends and stuff like that. So it's just kind of all a variety of different things that it ties into. But I'm just going to get started. You know, if you want to listen to this, then just keep watching and let's get started. So like I had mentioned in my video, I had gotten pregnant at a young age, and I had, you know, obviously I had some good, close girlfriends. I had probably about maybe 3 or 4 close friends, 5, something like that. One of them, though, I was very close with. We had been friends since the first years of junior high, so we had been friends for a good couple years. And we were very, very close. We shared a lot of common grounds. We were just best friends. We were together all the time, and she was very supportive of my pregnancy. I even called her when I was in labor, and I was like, you know, I have to have a C-section, and you know, she was just very supportive of everything during that time. But then once I had my child, I noticed things started to change as far as our relationship went. We started having more tension. Things started feeling, you know, just weird between us, like tension and stuff, and I wasn't understanding what was going on. And I remember one time we were at my house, and my daughter was crying, and she was only a few months old, and later on that night I had talked to her on the phone, my friend, and she's like, you know, being at your house and hearing your daughter cry, it was giving me anxiety. It made me, I couldn't take it, and it really offended me. I was just like, okay. But then I had to think to myself, well, I was like that too before I had my daughter. You know, I didn't like to be around screaming kids. I didn't really have patience for kids. So, sorry, I'm so bad about playing with my hair in videos. I need to stop. It's so annoying. Okay. You know, so I kind of understood where she was coming from, so I didn't want to take offense to something like that because I was the same way. So I was like, don't get mad because you were the same way. Well, if you watched my other videos, you know that I was addicted to pain pills after I had my daughter. And, you know, I'm sober now. I'm doing very good now. Everything is great now. But back then, it was not good at all. Well, this was when I first started getting into addiction and getting deep into addiction and stuff. I was just kind of starting to put my toes in the water of addiction. And me and my husband moved out of his parents' house, or at the time he was just my boyfriend. We had moved into an apartment. It was a cute little apartment, and I was very happy about it. And I was just about ready to get my GED, and things were starting to go very good. You know, nobody really knew I was using. At this time I was just taking them because of pain, because I was getting from a doctor. So it was just like I said, the beginning of my addiction. It wasn't like I was really bad and I wasn't getting them off the street at that time. But anyway, sorry. I did not know how to be a mother. My mother was never there for me as a child. I was never mothered myself, so I really didn't know what to do in terms of how to act, what things I needed to do to be a good mother. I was just very confused on what to do. You know, I really put on a front. I started going to church. I started dressing in dresses and going to a Mormon church because my boyfriend's family and my husband's family is Mormon, and we started going to church. I wanted to get my daughter involved in that, and you know, I started listening to different music. I really changed, but it wasn't deep down in my heart, those are the things I wanted to do, but the fact of the matter was I wasn't ready to do those things. I was forcing it upon myself because I wanted everybody to think that I was this Susie homemaker mother that was doing all the things right, to be a perfect mother. I was trying to be a perfect mother. I was trying to be a perfect wife. It was bad, and everybody was starting to tell that I was being fake. I wasn't being genuine with the things I was doing, and my friends started noticing it, and they started to get really annoyed and aggravated about it, and I noticed they would kind of back off me, and they wouldn't want to hang out with me as much. And first I didn't understand why. I was a little bit confused. I was like, well, damn, like, they just don't want to be my friend because I have a kid. Like, fuck them. Like, that's fucked up, you know? I didn't take a good look at myself because it was because of me why they were, you know, being distant. Sorry. Well, the friend that I was very close with, that's what, you know, the tension started getting fonder. It was growing fonder, and things were just getting very bad between her and I, and it was hurting my feelings a lot that she didn't want to hang out with me, and it was hurting my feelings that we had tension, and it was hurting me very badly because I just felt like she didn't want to be around me because I had a kid, and there was other circumstances of why I thought she didn't want to be around me, but I'm not going to go into that. But it's just there was a few things I thought that maybe she didn't like that I was doing, but or that was going on in my life, and I thought, well, our lives are going in two different directions, so maybe that's what it is. But I just couldn't understand why she was so supportive of me during my pregnancy, but then I had her, she wasn't. Well, like I said, I was trying to be something that I wasn't. Like I said, I wanted to be these things, but at the time it wasn't genuine. I was trying to live two different lives. You know, at home things weren't the greatest. Me and my husband would fight a lot, and you know, I was taking pain pills and stuff. I wasn't taking them like recreationally quite yet. I mean, I was starting to. I liked the high of them. I was unhappy that my friends were ditching me all the time. I was starting to fall into a very deep depression, and I don't know what made me. I think that it was the fact that I was on drugs. The pills made me, like, if you watch my addiction video, the pills made me want to do good things, and they motivated me to do things that I would normally wouldn't want to do, like going to church. And I do like to go to church. I go to church now, but now it's genuine. But back then, I was faking. I was faking everything. Now I genuinely really like to go to church, and I don't care what anybody thinks of me. I'm doing it for me now. Back then, it was because I was trying to, I wanted to show my husband's parents that I was a good mother and that I wanted to be involved in the church, and that I was doing, you know, I wanted to be the opposite of my mom. My mom, like, she never mothered me. She never did anything like that. So I was trying so hard to be, like I said, Susie homemaker, cooking dinner every night. But I was doing all the things that I should do, but I was doing them in a fake way, and you could tell that it was fake. I was like, yeah, so I'm going to church. Would you like to go with me? Yeah, this, I do that. Oh my gosh, I quit cussing. Like I said, my music, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm going into the same thing, but I changed so much into this little church, Mormon, wannabe, Susie homemaker, perfect mom and wife, trophy soccer mom, whatever you want to call it. That's what I was trying to be. And it was taking a toll on my relationships with my friends. But I felt the only way that I could be a good mother was to be these things. I wanted to show my daughter a different direction in life than the directions that I had been shown. So I did not know how to do it. I know that I was being fake about it, but I was doing it because I thought that's what I had to be, and that's what I thought that's what I had to do. You know, I wasn't trying to be all fake and phony. I really was trying to be genuine, but the fact of the matter, I was fake and phony. And my friend was like, you know what? I really think that we need to stop talking. But she didn't tell me why. We had hung out that day, and we went shopping and everything, and I felt tension between us even more than ever. And I texted her that night and I said, hey, because I had gotten my GED finally, and they had a graduation ceremony for the people that got their GED. So I asked her, hey, do you want to go with me? I would really, really like if you would go to my graduation ceremony, because I had gone to hers and I was all sad, and she knew how depressed I was about, not having a GED or having a high school education or anything like that. So I was excited for her to go, but she declined the offer, and she wrote me on MySpace and said, I think it's best if we no longer associate anymore. And I really, it broke my heart, because we were best friends, and I wanted her to understand that I was just trying to be a good mother, and I didn't know how to be a good mom because I'd never been mothered myself, and I wanted so badly to be accepted by everybody, and I wanted everybody to think I was a good mother, and I wasn't trying to be fake. It was just something that was coming out. And she quit talking to me for a long time, and she wouldn't tell me exactly why, and so I tried to make her upset. I would say things to make her angry, because I thought if I could get her pissed off enough, she would let me know, hey, this is why, bitch. And so and that's what happened. She came out and she's like, you're a fake bitch, you're phony, you're this, you're that, you're trying to be something you're not, and it's annoying, and I just don't want anything to do with you anymore. I'm over it. I'm sick of it. And then that's when I was like, damn, she's right. But I didn't want to tell her that. I was angry too, and so we just started saying mean things and went back and forth with the name calling and the childish name calling and the games and everything like that. And I was so angry. And then a couple months went by, and we started to try to be friends again. But I was still trying to be fake. I could not stop. I don't know. It was like a drug. I couldn't stop trying to be somebody I wasn't, because I thought that's who I had to be, and then I blew it again. And she's like, fuck you. I don't want to be, I'm sick of it. She dumped, and all my friends too. And at my daughter's first birthday party, I texted everybody. I said, hey, do you guys want to come to her birthday party? I'm really excited. It's her first birthday party, and I'd love if you guys go. But a lot of people were like, yeah, we'll go. And nobody went. Nobody went at all. I waited for people to show up, and nobody showed up. And it was the most heartbreaking thing I think I've ever experienced in my life, because my feelings were so hurt, and I just felt like if I hadn't been a teen mom, maybe I wouldn't be in this situation. Maybe I would still have my friends, and but then my addiction got deeper, and my depression got deeper, and I knew the things I was doing wrong, but it was too late to try to save my friendships. I would write to her constantly on MySpace. I'd say, I'm sorry, I miss you, I wish we could start over, and she just ignored me. She didn't want anything to do with me, and she kind of moved on with her life, and she was done with me. I was not going to get a third chance. It was over. And there for a good year, I was completely alone. I had no friends. I had nobody. All I had was my daughter, my pills, and my apartment, because my husband worked at night and slept all day. So, and every day and every night he was gone. And I was trying to go to college, and I was actually doing quite well in school, and I still tried to go to church, and because I know that I was being fake about everything, but genuinely I really wanted those things. I just didn't know how to be myself and do those things. I felt like I had to talk and act and be a certain way. I just couldn't do those things and be myself at the same time. And like I said, it took a toll on all my friendships, and me and her are still not friends to this day. And, like I said before, I was very lonely. I would sit in my house and I would just look at my phone, and I was like, damn, like me and her would talk on the phone like hours and hours. We talk all night long and we talk about everything, and oh my gosh, like I missed that so much. I just missed her. And just sitting there like with nobody for a whole year, nobody to talk to, it hurt me. Like it took a big toll on me. And that's when my drug addiction got really bad. And you know, her and I aren't friends still to this day. I've kind of reunited with my other friends, but we're not best friends anymore. You know, everybody's grown up and they're living their own lives, so I'm not really friends with any of them anymore. I've made new friends, I've moved on, and I have really good friends right now. Good people around me through Celebrate Recovery and stuff. You know, my life now is great, and I'm not being fake about anything. I'm being real. I figured out how to be me and still do the things that I want to do in terms of church and raising my daughter and cooking dinner every night for my husband and being a good wife. You know, I can't be perfect, but I'm me. And you know, her and I spoke about a year and a half ago, and we kind of like aired everything out, and we hugged, and you know, she's like, I'm not ready to call you and be your friend again, but I just want to let you know that there's no hard feelings, and I love you, I miss you, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. And it made me feel so good. But then once the high of me and her talking went away, I knew that it was still over. And I know that it's over. Me and her are never going to be friends again, and even if we tried to be friends again, it would never be like it was before. And you know, it's over. And I blame myself. I blame myself for the way I acted. I was just trying so hard to be a good mother, and it backfired in my face. And you know, I feel maybe like some situations could have been handled differently on her part as well. But the fact of the matter is it's over, and I need to move on. I need to move on. I can't dwell on what coulda, shoulda, woulda. But sorry, I just miss her, and I wish that her and I could have remained friends through all this. I felt like she could have helped me through so many things that I was going through. I just wanted to cry to her and be like, you don't even know like what is going on in my life. I need help. But I couldn't. It was over. And God, I don't want to cry in this stupid YouTube video. But anyways, that's what I wanted to say. And you know, at the end of the day, it goes back to teen pregnancy, and these types of things can happen. I know that I'm probably not the only one that thinks I had to change to be a certain way to be a good mother. That's why you need to take your time when it comes to growing up, and be careful with your friendships. And if the friends leave you just because you have a baby and you're not doing anything wrong personally, they're not your real friends anyhow, and you deserve somebody who is going to be better to you. And I know how it is to be alone with nobody, but just keep going. If you are a teen mother, you're going to get through it, and your life will be so much better. Hard times don't last forever. They don't. And girls, protect yourselves, because it's a tough ride that you're about to ride if you're pregnant, and or if you want to be sexually active, just be careful. It's tough, but it's the most. Being a mother is the best thing in the whole entire world, and I love my little girl to death, and everything I went through was worth it. But I'm just saying, be careful. I did not want to cry on goddamn YouTube, but just be careful. And yeah, so birth control, birth control, birth control. But I'm making another video soon, and just stay tuned for that. And I hope you enjoyed watching this. It's getting long, but sorry for my little crybaby emotions. This is a very sensitive subject for me. So yeah, but thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.